Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Don't run away from Miyetti Allah. Shehu Sani advises Ohaneze, Afenifere, Middle Belt and Niger Delta. Former Nigeria Senator Shehu Sani has admonished the leaders of southern groups Ohaneze Ndigbo, Afenifere, Middle Belt and Niger Delta not to abscond from meeting involving Fulani socio-economic group Miyetti Allah. This comes after it was reported that members of southern leadership withdrew from a peacekeeping meeting called by former head of state Absalami Abubakar to address the conflicts between herders and communities in the southern parts of the country. The Fulani Esme have been clashing with communities in some parts of the country that usually results in farmers-herders disagreements. Several pastoral host communities have threatened to evict the herders as the group have been thought to be behind many reported cases of killings, maiming, and kidnappings. Former head of state Abubakar had called for the meeting to use the opportunity to address some of the concerns only for the southern leaders to abscond, expressing their contempt for sitting in a gathering with the herdsmen. Reacting, Senator Sani, who formerly represented Kaduna Central in the Senate, advised the southern leaders not to leave the table because of Miyetti Allah group, as according to him, you cannot contain or extinguish what you consider a fire by moving away from it. That is what Shehu Sani is talking about. You know, there was a meeting that, like he has said, or like it's been explained and read out, that the southern leaders don't really want to sit with those people because they just feel that, you know, it's not what they can really be discussing with them. And just like all these groups from the southern parts of the country, they are socio-cultural group, and that is what some people are like saying, that this Miyetti Allah, are they really socio-cultural group? Are they the one that's supposed to be representing the people from their area? Some people are seeing it from different angle, but in another breath, you can see that they are the people involved in this kind of a thing. But really, if we want to really look at it, when you talk about, okay, the people involved in this whole case is between the farmers and the herders. And when you talk about the farmers, you know that the people that are into, you know, farming and all of that. And when you talk about the herders, they are the Miyetti Allah. They are called Macban. At least if there's any thing that needs to be said to, it has to be between these two groups. But I think maybe people are like, okay, since the sociocultural groups are coming from the southern group, they want another sociocultural group from those regions too. Maybe that's just the way they reason the whole thing, and that was why they abscond from the meeting, that they cannot sit down with them. Maybe they have a people that they would have loved to have that kind of meeting with, and that was why they didn't show up in the first place. And Shehu Sani is telling them that you cannot just run away from this whole thing, that, you know, they just needed to have come together. They shouldn't run away from them. So that is from his own perspectives, and a lot of people have a different opinion and different take on this matter, that it shouldn't have been so. Someone said, nice one, but sorry, the innocent IPOB young men who were protesting and unharmed was tortured and killed. No one called for meeting nor said anything to the families, that it's not really acceptable, it's not really a good thing, that if such a thing is happening now, why didn't it happen before now? That is from some other person perspective. Someone is saying, my honorable senator, honestly, how I wish other men in the north can follow your way of reasoning and path of truth. Please, for God's sake, Ohaneze, Pandef, Afenifere and Middle Belt Forum can sit with those evil men that have been supporting and justifying the killings of innocent farmers and host communities by the dreaded Fulani S-men. Those men wearing cap made of mat are evils and cause of all the killings in the country. They are not worthy to sit with the above mentioned groups until they learn how to talk to other tribes. Besides, they are not sociocultural organization. Let His Excellency invite other trade association. This Miyetti cattle breeders talk as if they only own this country. No matter the Fulani, I mean the real Fulani people are not up to 5% of the total Nigerian population. Still, they resorted to unnecessary killings, and their kinsmen together with their service chiefs never care to bring them to book. We are not fools. Other ethnic groups are waiting for them and their dastardly acts. You want the groups to come and descend themselves so low, discussing with them, and person like Ango Abdullahi that has been supporting them and his so-called CNG. No way. That is somebody's a perspective from that angle. Because if it's that this Miyetti Allah, they really talk, authoritatively, they talk with arrogance as if they own the country, and none of these people have been called to order, even by this so-called elites among them, that these things that you guys are doing is not really good. But at least we need to give it to Sani. Shehu Sani. He's really been coming out, trying to be neutral in all of these things, in all the events that have really been happening in the country. He's been coming out, as a neutral person. You could see that he's not really a tribalistic person, and lots of people really tend to align with most of the things he says all the time, and that's why he's still trying to bring everybody together. He cannot run away from them, because he's trying to read the minds of the southern leaders, that they don't really have that courage, or they are not really happy to sit down with this guy, this set of people called Miyetti Allah, and he's trying to still bring peace, that they still need to come together, and at least they'll be able to hear their opinion concerning what has been happening. I think that is really commendable from his own side. Someone says, do you mean a meeting with foreign investors? As person is asking the question, where has Absalom been all the while? These killers have been killing and raping with impunity. I don't just understand this kind of power these murderers have used to hypnotize and zombified the middle belt, south, and southeast, and even the southwest. I thought they will spare. Don't be surprised that while the so-called peace talk is going on, they will be busy killing. What compensation has the federal government given to the family of the killed victims? In fact, I don't know where Senator Sani is standing. Why is he giving this kind of advice? If the government is honest to the peace talk, why not disarm its people? First, under firearm law, no individual is entitled to possess military rifle. Talking about AK-47, no license for it except double barrel. Who is fooling who? A lot of people don't really believe, this thing and these people anymore. When you are being pushed, when you are being beaten, most times, it just get to a time, it will get to a stage that even if the person is having a good intention, you wouldn't want to believe it, because over the time, over the years, you've been bastardized, you've been disappointed. So it's really a difficult thing, and I think the best thing is for the government or the security agency to disarm these people, to make sure that they are being brought to book. That is the only thing that can really solve this whole problem. If the people that are perpetrating this evil, if they are being brought to book, no matter who is involved, no matter who else is God, whosoever that is involved in criminality, in crime, in things that is not making, causing peace, that is causing problem all over the place, let the person be arrested, no matter where the person is coming from. And that is what a lot of people, are really standing by. That is what a lot of people really believe in. If you have decided to cause trouble, you will go in for it. If all those things are being clamped down, if those people are being brought to book, you see that everything will be perfect. This issue of coming together, what are they dragging in the first place? You are saying you want to be, want to continue to encroach on people's business, because the farmers too, that is their own business. You want to continue to infringe on their rights, because you bring your cattle to, and those are the things that are bringing the problem. Because if everybody, has a designated place where he or she does his business, there wouldn't be any problem. And that is the more reason why they need to call these people to order. And just like what Ganduji has been saying, whether you like him or hate him, because of recent now, he's been hammering on this issue that the federal government should ban all these cattle rearers moving from north to south. Let them be settled in a place. Let them have a designated place that they're going to be doing their business. And he has already volunteered that they are going to do that.
So if that is nipped on the bud, it would have, it will curb a lot of things. That is even the thing that will even solve this problem naturally. You are doing something that is not right, and you want to continue doing it, and you are calling people to sit down with you to do what? That they should allow you to do what you want to do, with them. It's not possible. So guys, that is just my own opinion concerning this call by this Shehu Sani, that the southern leaders should try and sit down with this Miyati Allah people, and be able to iron out the whole thing. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about this Sani Shehu call on this matter. Please leave your comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.